Sup guys, today we're going to be talking about law number 8. This is part of a series I'm starting, the 48 Days to Power. This is inspired by the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And this is a book that I really appreciate a lot. And I've been learning a lot. I've been really learning a lot from this book. I love it. And I'm going to teach you how to apply these laws daily with no regrets. So let's just get right into it. What is law number 8? And I have some notes over here, so I'll be reading a little bit of a script, but not really. We'll put some real life examples into it like I was explaining. Law number 8, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Imagine you're playing a game of tag, but instead of chasing others, you make them come to you by holding a big candy bar. This law is about staying calm, being smart, and letting others chase you for attention, answers, or help. So let's start with a couple of examples. So how can you use this law? Don't always volunteer first. Let others come to you for your skills or knowledge. So usually in society today, we try to reach out for help when we need stuff. But what this law is implying is stay calm, stay under the radar. And if people need help from you, they will reach out to you. You don't become the person that reaches out to them. Let them reach out to you when they need help on skills or knowledge. Build a reputation so people need your input, like becoming the go-to person for solving certain problems. So if you are a mechanic and you have knowledge in it, don't feel like bragging or talking yourself up as being the person that know-it-all. I don't think anybody really likes a know-it-all, rather if it's in school, rather if it's in the work environment, rather if it's just hanging out with friends. People don't like a know-it-all. Let people come to you and they'll be drawn to you. If you're negotiating, don't chase. Make them come back with a better offer. When you post something up on Facebook Marketplace, for an example, let's say we're talking about a car for like $2,000. This car is a pretty good car overall, has minimal problems, and you know it has minimum problems. If you're the negotiator, not the person selling it, so if you're the negotiator, you want to be the person that is giving them an offer due to the specific reasons, and that's it. You don't want to over brag, over comment on the specific item. You just want to make your your comments super short and blunt to the point. You don't have to over explain yourself in order to get a good deal on something. I realize that most of the time. On social media, post things that make people curious. Use mystery or a bold hook so they click or comment. So instead of being the person that's straight to the point, cutting to the chase, be the person that makes people curious. Give people a hint to what you want them to know at the end of the video, rather than just cutting to the chase and saying, well, this is what it is. Because you want to keep people interested and you want people to stay drawn to you. That's the main goal when it comes to these things. Post weird things, there's a lot of, I like the posts that Kanye does. Because they're really weird, really off the charts, and it drives attention, obviously, and people like them. People start commenting like crazy, start bragging about it, and that's what you want to do. Kanye does this really well on the internet, and I think Drake does this too really well, so definitely take those for examples. What else do we have? So with friends, don't always be the one texting first or making plans. Give others space to miss you. I think the idea of absence makes the heart grow fonder is a really good saying, because when you start understanding this law that remaining distant from people creates some type of like missing aspect or the need from them. So definitely try to keep into the habit of staying away, but kind of like being at arm's reach. You're kind of creating this tug of war type of thing. Like you reach out a little bit, but you're not the person that's talking back or replying back and forth. You want to create distance because that's how people are going to appreciate you and fall in love with you. Share, again, this is a good one. Share just enough about your life to spark interest, but not everything at once. Short talk yourself. This law is talking about short talking yourself again. That's your bait, is the short talking aspect, because they're always going to want to come in for more, to know about your interests, what you do for a living. And this, I'll put a little bit of gap here.
Help me.
You don't not want to be the person that overshares everything. I don't think I've ever found it interesting when somebody just talks and talks and talks and talks. It becomes very annoying and repulsive. But I found it more interesting the fact that when people speak a very little bit, it gives me room to ask questions about them and it makes me more curious about them. You should be acting in the same way. Avoid blabbering about your life. People do not like it when you brag about your life. The money that you make, the house that you make, the girls that you get, people just absolutely hate it. Become the person that creates mystery. Become the person that doesn't share too much about their life so that they can always come back to you and get to know you a little bit more. And that's what creates the aura of mystery. And when you become that, people tend to respect you more. People tend to want to get to know you more in specific areas. So please avoid oversharing. Set boundaries gently so they come to respect your time. You don't want to be the person that sets boundaries aggressively because you tend to repulse people and they're not going to want to be your friend. You're too aggressive. But if you set boundaries gently, this can be in a matter of, hey, you did this in a specific way and I really, really didn't like it. Do you think you can probably change it up? When you start coming off in the gentle way, it becomes more of a respect thing than being aggressive. People tend to respect you a lot more. People tend to appreciate you a lot more. And that's what makes friendships last with either coworkers, managers, because you're being soft, you're being gentle about it. Now, can you be aggressive with your boundaries? Yeah. I only suggest being aggressive with your boundaries with these three type of people. Managers. When you're trying to get a raise, they'll make any excuse to not give you a raise. Managers are cheap and they're selfish. Number 2, new friendships. These are going to be the ones that are 1 month to 5 months old. You need to make sure that boundaries are set first things first before you move on with any friendship. Number 3, strangers. These can be drunk people at the bar, cashiers, general workers, or just general strangers that you meet across the street. They're going to try to be the alpha in the whole scenario, and it's going to be very cringe, but you have to set boundaries with those. That's it. Most definitely, but I don't think you want to be put to the position where you're just scaring everybody off. I don't think anybody likes that. Let's see what more we have. So we have a couple tips here. You're the prize. Act like it. Stop chasing people who don't value you. Make them notice your worth. So what I would suggest you to do is just shine bright in silence. You don't need to tell everybody about your goals. You don't need to tell everybody about the plans that you have. Because believe it or not, friends will always crush your dreams a lot quicker than strangers. Strangers, on the other hand, will be the number one people supporting you versus your friends. And we spoke about this in the last video. If you guys didn't check out the last video, Law 7, definitely go check it out. But you want to be the person that does stuff in silence. And when you do succeed, let your success speak. Don't let words speak. Let your actions speak. Less chasing, more attracting. Whether if it's a job, a girl, or a follower, draw them in with confidence, not desperation. When you come off with the lean aura, so like the person that's chillax, lean back with his legs spread out, I'm just chilling, that becomes more attractive than the guy that's desperate. And I think the people that when they look for a job or they're applying for college or they're looking for getting to something, whether if that's a friend or an opportunity, the person that's always confident about themselves always tends to get the job more than the person that's desperate. And that says a lot because desperation has an aura of, I need it. Like I really, really need it. And it comes off thirsty and it comes off kind of ugly, to be quite honest. So how can we use this law at school? Perfect. Be good at something. If you're good at photography, good at woodworking, good at math, use this to your advantage. Really dig into it. Spend your time knowing in these areas the math rules or the specific formulas that people use for cutting wood or the filters that you use on your certain pictures that makes it your signature photo. Teach people these things. But let them come to you, you know. You can prove yourself by your actions about taking a specific photo, showing people the photos, but you don't have to brag about it. So that's what makes people come to you. When you know something and when you know it like it's in the back of your hand and it has your own signature style too. And when you don't brag about it, obviously. Use mystery to stay interesting. Don't share everything about yourself all at once. Use little bits at a time. Self-explanatory. Be friendly but not always available. Help when you can, but don't be too eager. Don't be desperate. People don't like desperate people. People love people who are calm, reserved, and confident in themselves. Start something cool. Create a club, a challenge, or even a small trend. Others will want to be part of it, and they'll come to you. Start something small, like create a vlog, create a YouTube channel. Set yourself different. You don't always have to be trying to copy and paste other people's ideas. Again, law number 7, we talked about this. But you don't have to copy and paste people's ideas. You can use inspirations. That's fine. You can have your own little style of doing things. That's fine. But do something cool. Make people come to you. Don't chase friendships. Focus on being confident and kind. The right friends will be drawn to you naturally. And this will end it. So be the friend that you've always wanted. If you become the friend that is reserved, needed when called, happy, motivated, loving, and caring, if you want somebody like that, become that person. And I grew to know that over time, over the years. I was really reserved, very quiet, didn't like talking to a lot of people, but that made my circle just the same person who I was. And over time, I realized that confidence needs to be worked on to get people who want to network with you, make videos with you, and be creative. And the best feeling is when you have those friends and they don't stop making an effort for you. Nothing's better than having a confident, creative circle than having a circle full of mutes. In this time in your life, in your early 20s, these are the opportunities where you have to step out of your comfort zone and take in opportunities whenever they come. If you miss and fail, so be it. That's part of the process. And if you succeed, be grateful, stay humble. God loves you. That's going to be it for today's video. And that was law number 7. Number 7? No, number 8. Don't quote me on that. I love you guys. You already know. God loves you too. Peace out. And we got the little bing dong ding dong.